Was it actually, well, the divorce of your mom and dad?
I don't know. That's another good question, man. I don't know, because I did start tripping out after that.
Yeah.
We also were robbed when we were kids, and my mom and my sister Sharon and me were the only people at home, and these 4 big Samoan guys came into the house, and they held us up by knife point, and they kept us all day long, and they ransacked our house, and they, scared the shit out of us all day. It was pretty scary. But after that, I really flipped out. I remember I could never be home alone, and if I ever saw people on the street that were that race of people, I could freak out.
So it sounds like you never got over it. I mean, you have to live through some things too, by therapy or maybe
Yes.
talk about it, I don't know.
Which has helped me huge, therapy, yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's funny that you have to do it 10 or 20 years later.
Oh yeah, I'll have to do it forever. Just like someone with diabetes has to take their insulin forever. You don't take it for a year and then you're cured, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take it always. So I think from where I come from, it's a smart thing for me to have strong spiritual beliefs, to go to see therapy and take meds, to work out, to practice on a daily basis, not being angry, not being resentful of others, and not being angry and resentful of myself.
Can you, if you sing now,
Yes.
do you have the sort of same, well, I don't know, do you know Elvis Presley? I mean, the career he had and his downfall with medicine and stuff like that. At the end of his life, you could hear the blues in his voice.
Yes.
Do you agree? If you listen to the last albums of Elvis Presley and his performances, then you can hear that he has pain.
Yes.
You can hear it.
Yes.
Do you agree, or is it?
I don't know. I mean, he wasn't taking medicine. He was taking drugs that he was
Yeah,
getting high
pills.
off of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
I'm sure that made it much harder for him. You
No,
know?
but you can. My question is, and now that you have been through this therapy and still doing it, and now you know what you have, can you say that your vocal, your sound is different now?
I think that
Sometimes when people sing when they are in pain, they have maybe a different sort of feeling to their voice than if you are happy or.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. When we went to make this last record, My California, I was just getting out of the hospital and just getting back on my feet. And my producer, Rune, had worked with me before on my previous record, 37 Days. And that was more of a live record, and really what I've done my whole life, my whole career. You know, some storytelling and then some hard rock and then some soul stuff. And it was on every record, I always had that kind of vibe. But on this record, he thought that this last experience was so important to talk about. And I didn't want to talk about it. And I said, it's going to be boring. But really, behind that, I think I was just really scared to talk about it, because I thought I was doing so great for so many years, and then here I go crashing down again with my mind. And I'm like, no, it'll be too depressing. He said, you know what, Beth? It's not about depressing. It's about you telling your stories. He goes, you're not some big pop artist around the world where you got to jump up and down and be happy all the time, or make music that just makes people want to dance and feel good. Those are awesome artists. He said, but what you do is you tell stories. And some people like it and some people don't give a shit. But some people might really get something out of it that might help them. And I'm like, I don't know, I'll make a hard rock record simultaneously. How about that? We'll make a hard rock record, and we'll make this record with you, Rune, and we'll see what happens. He's like, all right. So we start making the record. And everything about it was different. I didn't want to scream. I didn't want to jump up and down. I didn't want to do soul. I didn't want to do rock and roll. I really wanted to just tell a simple story. Is that something I want to do forever? No. I mean, I'm not. I think that I'm 38 years old, and I can look back over all kinds of different thoughts and ideas I had, but I'm still the same person. If I'm drunk, if I'm sober, I'm still the same person. I go to therapy, this is still who I am. The best thing my therapist ever told me is, you don't come to therapy to change. You come to therapy to realize you're fucked up, and you accept it, and you love yourself who you are. So when we started making this record, it's like, Rune, you're right. We can do something that isn't about me showing off or showing you how tough I can be or pissed off I can be. We can just tell an honest story. And our experience was just incredible. We knew that we were making a record that a lot of people could hate, or my small fan base could go, I want my rock and roll Beth. But we said that's okay, this is about us right now, because he has pain and he has stuff he's been through, hardcore stuff. And I think it was a way that we healed a little bit together. We became each other's best friend, writing every day and telling our stories, you know?